have first-time home buyers and people that haven't purchased a home in a while ask me, I want to buy a home, where do I start? What is the first step that I need to take? The first thing you have to do is get pre-qualified. Because the point of getting pre-qualified is to understand what your budget is and how much you can afford to spend, and also to think about what you want to spend in your monthly payment. A lot of people come to me and say, oh, I can spend approximately this amount of money, but they haven't spoken to a lender yet. So they don't understand, if I buy a house for this amount of money, what the monthly payment is going to be, what their principal payment is going to be, what their taxes are going to be, what their insurance is going to be, and if there's private mortgage insurance. And what private mortgage insurance is if you don't put 20% down on a property when you buy it, the lender in most cases is going to charge you an additional amount to ensure that their investment is protected in the event that you foreclose before you have paid off 20% of the loan. Private mortgage insurance can range from $50 a month. I saw one the other day that was like $220 a month on top of all the other fees associated with their monthly loan. And so you might think that you're comfortable with a certain payment and you go to a website and you do a mortgage calculator, but you forget to add in some of those other numbers, or maybe you don't know exactly what your insurance is going to cost and some of those fees. So the best thing you can do is go talk to your lender so you can see what monthly payment you're comfortable with. The other thing to keep in mind is a lot of times people will go to their lender or come to me as a realtor and say, hey, I'm comfortable spending $1,200 a month. That's what I'm paying in rent, so I know I can afford that to do a loan. They go talk to their lender checks their debt to income ratio, and even though they've been paying that and they know they can afford to pay that, they don't qualify for a loan that would be at that monthly payment level. So if you don't go meet with a lender first, you may look at several homes that you think you like and maybe even fall in love with a home, and then you go to get pre-qualified and you don't qualify for it, and it will break your heart. So the best thing to do is talk to your lender and know what your budget is before you get started, because most of the time a buyer needs to know they're pre-qualified to put an offer in. A seller is not going to likely want to take their house off of the market until they know that they have a pre-qualified buyer. So they're going to want that letter of pre-qualification before they accept your offer. The other thing is a lot of realtors won't show you homes until you're pre-qualified, because if they take you out and show you, sometimes it's 40, 50 homes and you're not pre-qualified, and they go to put in an offer for you and it turns out that you can't buy it, that was dinners away from their family, that was missed soccer games for their children, and so they have to allocate their time as well. So a lot of times people aren't even going to take you to see homes until you've been pre-qualified. So it's good for your agent, it's good for the sellers of the homes you may be interested in, and it's good for you to know exactly where you're at budget-wise, so you know where you're comfortable, and even if you're comfortable, to know if a bank will lend you that amount of money. So that's the absolute first step before you move forward in the home buying process. Guys, this is the number one step. We're going to walk you through the process, but if you have any other questions about something we've talked about today, or you have another question that we haven't addressed yet, go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe, because we'll keep putting this content out for you, and let us know what we can address next that you have questions about. Thanks so much for coming. We sure appreciate it.